Hello, geometry students. Mr. Guzzato. Today's goal is to solve problem number 1 on page 8 in your notes packet. So if we look at problem number 1, you can see that we are given the three angles in triangle ABC. And our goal is to classify the triangle by angles. I'm going to cross off the portion of this problem by sides. So we've learned that the angles in a triangle add up to 180. So step 1 would be 3x minus 17 plus x plus 40 plus 2x minus 5 is equal to 180 degrees. The next step would be combine like terms. So the 3x, the x, and the 2x are like terms, and when you add those up you get 6x. The negative 17, the 40, and the negative 5, those are like terms, so when you add that up you get positive 18 on your calculator, and that is equal to 180 degrees. At this point I'm going to subtract 18 from both sides, and when we do that we'll get 6x is equal to 162, and then I'm going to divide by 6, and I will get x equal 27. So that's the first part of the problem. The next step, or step 2, is we need to find the angles. So the measure of angle A is 3x minus 17. So I'm going to plug 27 in for x. And when I do that, I get 64 degrees on my calculator. So angle A is 64 degrees. I'm going to put that in my diagram. The measure of angle B is x plus 40. So when I plug 27 in for x, I get 67 degrees. So I'm going to put 67 degrees in my picture. And then I need to find angle C. Angle C is 2x minus 5. So 2 times 27, take away 5. When I type that in my calculator, I get 49 degrees. So angle C, I'm going to put that in my picture, is 49 degrees. So the final answer, step 3, is to classify the triangle by its angles. Since all three angles are acute, this is an acute triangle. I'm going to do problem number 2 next. Let's take a look at problem number 2 on page 8. The question is, the perimeter of the triangle is 75. So we need to remember perimeter is the distance around. So what I mean by that, perimeter, if I add the blue side plus the pink side plus the green side, all three sides would add up to 75. So knowing that, the first step here, since the perimeter is 75, is I would say 17 plus 7x plus 3 plus 8x minus 20 is equal to 75. What I mean by that is I added the blue side, the pink side, and the green side, and I'm highlighting them. All three sides add up to 75. Now I'm going to combine like terms. So what I mean by that is I could add the 7x and the 8x. And when I add those two numbers, I get 15x. I also could add the 17, the 3, and the negative 20. So when I do 17 plus 3 minus 20, that adds up to 0, so it's just 15x is equal to 75. Now I'm going to divide by 15. And when I do that, I get x to be equal to 5. We want to classify the triangle by its sides. So that means the pink side. So if I look at the pink side, 7x plus 3 And if I were to plug in the 5, so 7 times 5 plus 3, I'm going to get 38. So I'm going to put that in my picture that the pink side is 38. That is the side, not an angle. I also need to figure out 8x minus 20. So when I do that, I do 8 times 5 minus 20. And when I type that in my calculator, I get 20. So the green side is 20. So if you look at these sides, one side is 17, another side is 38, and the other side is 20. Since all three sides are different, this triangle is scalene. So there are no equal sides. So the triangle is scalene. So for problem number 2, all three sides add up to the perimeter, in this case, which is 75. In contrast, for problem number 1, all three angles add up to 180. So I'm going to give you some practice problems on this now.